share your piece of the earth here.
Human connection.
Absolutely. All right, enjoy your
Hello, everybody. Jonathan Galarowicz with Key to Adventure Travel, coming to you from my house. This is just going to be a Let's Talk segment. I haven't talked to you guys in a while. Haven't posted any videos. Well, it feels like a while. That haven't been like a Disneyland ride through. So I just wanted to take a moment, talk to you guys, just say hi, and kind of tell you, not in too much detail, why I haven't been here and kind of the game plan for 2026 for content that you guys are going to see on the YouTube channel or Facebook or Instagram or what have you. So before I get into that, if you guys are watching this on YouTube, hello, like, subscribe. If you guys are watching this on Facebook, welcome, hi. But let's just make sure to follow the socials here, guys. Usually I don't tout socials. It's not really my thing. It's not my style. But at the end of the day, that's how I best connect with you guys, and that's how we best share not only travel tips and upcoming promotions and things like that. So go follow Magical, obviously the YouTube at Magical Travels with John. Facebook, go over to Key to Adventure Travel by Jonathan Galarowicz. And Instagram is Magical Travels with John as well. So just follow all those things. I am on TikTok, but I don't use TikTok, and I don't understand it because it's short form video. And as you can tell, I'm already talking for about a minute and a half here, and most people have already probably stopped paying attention. But if you haven't, hi, thank you for staying. What I'm going to do here, like I said, I'm going to talk about why I haven't been here, and I'm going to just then do a get to know me little talk. So get to know my what I do for Key to Adventure Travel, and what some of my favorite Disney things are, Universal things, the trips in general. So that's what we're going to do. But what I do for Key to Adventure Travel, I work as a travel advisor. I work specializing in Universal, in Disney vacations. I can do other things like Royal Caribbean, Carnival cruises, things like that. I don't book anything that I don't feel comfortable booking. So if you do reach out to me at jgalarowicz at keytoadventuretravel.com, and I don't feel comfortable booking that vacation with you, I'm not just going to ghost you and be like, okay, I'm not going to respond to you. What I do is I respond to you and I go, hey, I'm not the person you want for this, but these other people who work for Key to Adventure Travel are the people that you would like. So if you wouldn't mind reaching out to them, I can also reach out to them to let them know, hey, you might have a potential client coming your way. Let's do that. I'd rather do that than you book a trip and be not satisfied with the outcome. Because at the end of the day, I know the Disney parks, I know the Disney Cruise Line, I know Universal parks, and I know sometimes I do city excursions for people. I know a lot of I know some cities, United States cities. It's pretty easy to come up with an itinerary, especially because I love to travel, so I like to keep up with what's going on. But I'll always try to do the best for you, the client, at the end of the day, because that's what I'm supposed to do. At the end of the day, I don't charge anything extra at the moment that you're watching this here, when this video is being posted at late January 2026. I don't charge anything extra. So right now, if you were to book through me, you'd be paying the exact same price that you'd be paying Walt Disney Company or your Universal or what have you. I don't charge extra. The thing what you're getting with me is the knowledge that I have from the parks, travel tips, things like that. And I'm the one who also would be booking, let's say if you want to do Walt Disney World, I'll be booking those dining reservations, things like that. Like I have a calendar on my phone that goes through, tells me when the client is going to be traveling. So it gives me the notification of, hey, this is when dining reservations open. And I'm the one who's dealing with that, getting up early at the computer and getting those reservations, or calling the Walt Disney Company. And excuse me, for doing that, I'll have to have a sip of coffee here, guys. It's been early. But yeah, so, oh, hold up, I have another sip. Okay, so that's what I do. So me, I want to talk about why I got into it, and then talk about the some of my favorite things about the Disney parks, Universal parks, and things like that. So why I got into Keto Adventure Travel? I have a lot of people who ask that because they're like, "Hey, you work a full-time job. Why do you also do this?" Because why? At the end of the day, it's because that was one of the things I wanted to do. Now, obviously, I didn't go to school to be like, man, I want to sell Disney travel. That's not what I did. But I like to pass that magic on to people, especially for Disney. Like, obviously, like I said, we can book a whole bunch of other vacations, but I do specialize in those Disney vacations. I am, what most would call the Disney adult, but like I like to pass that knowledge on, pass that magic on, because the Disney parks are incredibly important to me. The Disney films, the Disney brand, it's all important to me. And as I have been getting more comfortable with everything, like Universal theme parks have become incredibly important to me, and they're very special to me. If you didn't watch my video of going down to the opening of Epic Universe, that was something that was more emotional and just fun, and just being there with all these people who are there to celebrate the opening of that park. And that's a phenomenal place to be in, an amazing theme park. But like I said, the reason why I got into it was because I want to pass that magic on, the magic that I have gotten throughout the years of traveling there. And I want to make sure that other families, other clients, other people have that same experience. So I work very much hand in hand with the client. Whatever the potential client would like, I'm going to do my best to accommodate. So I have some clients who are very much like, hey, we're just giving you the money. See you in a couple months. And I'm like, hey, cool, works for me. And then I have other clients who are very much like, okay, every other week we want an update of what's going on, where prices are at, things like that. So that's another thing that I do as a travel agent, is I'm going to go through, let's say if you booked a room at the Polynesian resort, and you're like, man, I just heard about this great discount. What I do is every other day I flip up my computer and I rerun the quotes for the client. And if I can get a potential rate that is lower, what I do is I email the client. I'm like, here you go. Like, sometimes it might be changing a room. Sometimes it might be going from a preferred room to just a standard room, but you'll be saving some money. I'll email the client. Well, first I'll put a hold on it, then I'll email the client and be like, hey, I have this, would you like it? And if your response is no, then I go, all right, cool, whatever. We'll just keep going. Because at the end of the day, my job and goal is to make your vacation the less, just very, no stress. Stress-free vacation, as stress-free as I can make it. And just making sure that everything runs efficiently and smoothly, which I guess goes with less stress. But and making sure that you can get the best rate that you possibly can. So that's another thing. Sometimes it's just whatever you guys want. Like, I don't run promotions. The companies that I work with run those promotions. So we'll have that. But like for me, I'll do like giveaways and stuff like that on the channel or on the Facebook page. So we have all that. But yeah, so I like to do things like that. I'm rambling because I like to talk. I like to ramble. So why don't I ramble about some stuff that I love to book vacations, but at the end of the day, I love to talk Disney, talk these theme parks. So let me start with my favorite. A lot of people, like, one of the biggest questions I always get asked is, which do you prefer, Walt Disney World or Disneyland? And it's always Disneyland. I love both. Walt Disney World was the park that I went to first. So I have so many memories about being there for the first time for the Millennium Celebration with my family, and the Tapestry of Nations, and that song, the celebration song, the join the celebration, and it's the inspiration and the dream we all share, yada yada. So we got that. Yeah, and watching Illuminations Reflections for the first time. Anyway, I'll get to that more in a bit. But Disneyland, why do I like it more? I get that question quite a bit, because it's like, well, Walt Disney World is bigger, that means it's better, and I don't believe that's the case. For me, Disneyland is more compact, which is why I like it more. If I want to go, number one, Disneyland actually has more attractions than Magic Kingdom over at Walt Disney World. So just keep that in mind if you want kind of like your bang for your buck. Disneyland is a little bit better, in my opinion, for the attractions, just because Walt Disney World had that space, so they could just expand those attractions out to other parks versus like just Magic Kingdom. So Disneyland is just a very special place. I mean, for me, being a Disney fan, it is the place that Disney actually stepped on. He stepped on the ground there. He worked in that park. He worked on the development of that park, obviously, with Imagineers and everybody. And it's special. Like, it feels special. And that's something which I like. Walt Disney World obviously is special too, but it's not in the same way to me. And I'll never forget one of my favorite moments at Disneyland is when I go to the parks. Not always, but sometimes I'm kind of one of the last people to leave. Like, I'm there until they kick me off of Main Street. And Samantha and I were there. Samantha, my fiance, you see in the pictures behind me, we were there, and there had to be maybe like 50 people on Main Street. It could not have been more than that. And it was for Mickey Mouse's birthday, and it was, for some reason, like towards the very end when they're trying to kick everybody out, kind of force us all out slowly, they had Mickey Mouse riding on the fire engine, the fire truck, and just going down Main Street, and just kind of hearing all these people shout or say happy birthday to Mickey going down Main Street, for some reason, just hit me and made me cry out there on Main Street, because I don't know. It was just one of those things that I've never been able to like kind of pinpoint, like just this innocence, I guess, that kind of was lost on me for a lot. And it's just one of those things where I'm like, man, I can't think of another place on earth that this could happen, and I would be like tearing up. So that was just one of those emotional things, and that doesn't happen at other places. Like, if you have that connection to these characters, like I do, I love the Disney characters, and I just couldn't get over that fact. Like, there's been other things that, like, Universal, I'll get to that in a second, probably a couple minutes, about things that have happened there. But that memory of Disneyland there was amazing, because it's the birthplace of the happiest place on earth. So many people come here for those happy memories, and that was a happy memory, a magical memory that didn't have to happen. If I would have left the park 10 minutes earlier, I would not have had that. And it just an incredible moment for me was that. And it's simple. It's simple. I think that's the thing which I like about Disneyland, or Disneyland, or Walt Disney World, or just the Disney travel, is there's so many small things that happen. It's the small details and the magic that make it better. That's the Disney difference. That small little thing, from the cast members, from the characters, from the theming. It's those small little details that make you feel happy and giddy inside, make you go back to that childhood that you had lost. Yes, expensive, 100%. But that's why I'm here, to help you make that less expensive, and to give you those tips and tricks, places to eat, things that can help you save some money, which is another reason why, for me, I once again love Disneyland. Because if I want to go to Disneyland and I don't want to stay on site, which those hotels on site, the Disneyland Hotel, Grand Californian, and the Pixar Pier, are fantastic hotels. I could stay across the street, save a couple bucks. And when I say a couple bucks, couple $100, and just walk across Harbor Boulevard and still walk right into the magic. And it's great. I mean, that I love how I could just walk into the magic at Disneyland or California Adventure. I'm just walking across the street, and I'm in a different park. I'm in a different land. So really quick, let's talk about my favorite things at Disneyland. So obviously, you have amazing attractions. some classic dark rides. For me, Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. I have a ride through video up on the Facebook page. A fantastic ride. I love it. Simple, yes, but it is just like, I say charming here, and usually I hate that word, but the Disneyland park is charming in the best possible ways. And those dark rides, Mr. Toad's Wild Ride especially, very charming, an ending that you won't forget. And it's just, it's a great time. Merrily going on the way to nowhere in particular. So that is a fantastic ride. And going to the newer area of the park in the back, Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, which actually, as we're talking now, is going through a little bit of a refresh. So I hope that works out. They're going to be blending the sequel trilogy with the original trilogy. I personally am a big fan of them just sticking to the sequel trilogy, excuse me, because it felt exciting and it felt like a reason to have a little bit more of those sequel movies exist. But anyway, as you can see, I'm wearing a Darth Maul shirt. I have a Star Wars coffee mug here. So I'm a big fan of Star Wars. So the first time I talk about crying a lot. The first time I walked back to Galaxy's Edge and I saw the full-size Millennium Falcon. I walked through the marketplace, you get to the stairs, and no matter which way you're going, if you're coming from over from Ogo's Cantina in the First Order area and you're walking through, and you see the Falcon, or you're coming through the marketplace and you get to the steps, you see the Falcon. It's a great reveal no matter which way you go. But going into that staircase and seeing the Falcon, I was in complete awe, complete shock, complete tears running down my face, because it's a lifelong Star Wars fan. Seeing that for the first time, it was breathtaking and special, and the attraction itself is good, but just seeing that, living that Star Wars adventure, being able to walk into that world, Walt Disney Imagineering did it. Like, once again, the attraction is okay, but the theming around is amazing, and I'm like, that is a special moment for me. And like for me, like let's talk about, like, I went there for the first time with to see Galaxy's Edge with Samantha, and so a special moment with her, a special moment with me. And then I had to take my mother, because she got me into Star Wars. It's like, she's the whole reason why I'm into the Sith, the Jedi. I'm wearing my Darth Maul shirt. Like it's because of that experience with my mom, taking me to watch the 1997 releases in the theater, or re-releases in the theater, and then growing up watching it. So like seeing those, not only seeing the movies, but going to Galaxy's Edge, going on the Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run, going on Star Wars Rise of the Resistance with her. Like that for me, like that's something that I love, and that's something that like she and I still talk about, is going on that trip together and how special it was. Like, once again, Disney, those memories that you make with the people that you love, or even if it's the people, like, you know what, like let's talk about this. I keep going on tangents because I love to talk about travel, love to talk about these Disney memories. I'm sorry, you guys, it should be a little more compact here, but it's a let's talk, so it's kind of just talking to you guys, seeing how things are going. But anyway, went on a trip this past October. You guys saw some. No, if you did, I have some footage for it that has to be edited yet into some videos. But anyway, we went to Universal and Epcot with some friends, and Donald. Hi, Donald. Just getting to kind of know Donald. Like, I know Donald, but like I don't know Donald. So getting to go with Donald and experiencing new things, just being able, like, Donald, if you're watching this, I'm calling you out. You're a huge merchandise guy. Huge. I didn't know that people were that big into merch. I thought I was into merch, and man, you've surpassed me by a long shot. But going on those merch hauls with Donald, trying to find things that he's excited about, and just things that we are all excited about, things that we can talk about, and just hunting down that perfect merch, perfect villain merch that we're looking for. It's just a fun time. I mean, everyone's experiences at the parks are different, and that's something which is incredibly important and magical. Everyone should have a different experience at the parks. Everybody should have things though that they can come away and talk about when they get back and be like, man, that was a fantastic time. I loved it. Or if it wasn't a great time, what happened? Like, that's where I come in. You guys tell me, hey, I went to Walt Disney World 10 years ago. This is what happened. I don't want that to happen again. And I'll be like, let's go. I will do my very best to make sure you have a fantastic time on that trip. Giving you those tips and tricks, giving you things to do, things to not do. There's things at the parks that aren't good, let's be honest. I'll give you my opinion. At the end of the day, I mean, that's what this is right now in general, as an opinion talk. I'll give it to you. And if you choose take it and run with it, or you're like, yeah, thank you, but no thank you, that's totally fine. I'm not going to be offended by that whatsoever. And nobody should be. I mean, everyone should have their own opinion on what to do in life and at the parks in general. But I'm always going to be here to help you guys out. So anyway, back to Disneyland. Galaxy's Edge. And my favorite, right now, my favorite spectacular at the Disneyland park, Paint the Night. I love Paint the Night. I mean, I like Main Street Electrical Parade, but Paint the Night, I've seen that thing now numerous times. I can't actually tell you how many times I've seen it, because it was one of those things where I'm like, oh, I'm walking through. I don't need to see it. I don't need to get a spot. And the next thing I know, I'm standing there. I'm watching Paint the Night. And it is a great parade, a fantastic parade, and just puts a smile on your face, as every Disney parade should. Not every Disney parade does, but this one in particular, it is a festival of lights and that music. And it's just a fantastic time, and I love it. Fantasmic used to be my favorite. They changed the dragon, and this is where I get a little, Disney adult picky on things. Fantasmic is still a fantastic show, but as a true Disney adult, I hold on to what we had too tight, and I don't want to let it go. But Fantasmic is still a great show. Let's head across the park. Let's head across the resort, just across the street, to the Esplanade, over to DCA, Disney's California Adventure. Gone through a lot of changes over the years, and it's changed for the better. So that's great. That's one of the best things about the Disney parks, is that they're always changing, having reasons for you to come back. So, and for me to come back, let's be honest. I do try to get to the parks once a quarter, whether they be a Disneyland park, Universal park. I try to go to the parks once a quarter, just so I can have the best knowledge to give you guys, to give you the potential clients on their vacations. Because if I'm not doing it, then how am I supposed to say what's going on? Like, let's be honest. And I like to travel. So it's a win-win for everybody. But Disney California Adventure Park, you'll walk in, you have Buena Vista Street, 1920s Hollywood, and right up my alley. A very nice place to be, very fun place to be, lots of fun entertainment, street atmosphere, things like that. Carthay Circle down there, good restaurant, good place to be, but the theming's fantastic. Everything I'm going to be talking about is a little bit, hey, potential to change. As of right now, my favorite attraction in that park, I really like Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout. It's a lot of fun, and it's Tower of Terror. It's a drop tower, but it's that Guardians of the Galaxy music. So it's a party. It's not scary at all. It's a party, and I'm amazed at how well they transformed something that just used to be scary into the party. It's a lot of fun, and it's incredibly simple, but it's just, like I said, a fun time. I mean, it's fun, so much fun. So I love that. The other thing which I really like, Toy Story Mania, because I like to be competitive and beat people. So if you guys want some tips and tricks to beat, your brothers, your sisters, your wife, your husband, let me know. If you book that trip through me, I'll give you some tips and tricks. You'll be able to beat them and just kind of rub it in their face for the rest of the trip. But then only if you're competitive, like me. I like to be competitive. But if you're not, that's totally fine. But otherwise, when it gets to the show or parade, there's not really a parade that happens right now over at Disney California Adventure on the regular. There are parades that happen. If you're there for Oogie Boogie Bash, they'll do the Trick or Treat Parade, I believe. And then if you're there for, I think it's called the Frightfully Fun Parade. Or if you're there right now, they're doing Lunar New Year. They're having a Lunar New Year processional going through the park. That's a little parade. But the thing which I love, World of Color. World of Color, guys. Once again, it's that Disney magic. Colors, fountains, music together, perfect harmony, and I love it. Like I really do. And there's that moment. I do believe it is in the current edition of World of Color. It's gone through many iterations over the years, which is good. Keeps it fresh, keeps it entertaining for everybody. Once again, though, Disney don't want to hold on tight to what I had. Rainbow Connection plays. And that song in general is an important song to me. And Someday We'll Find It, The Rainbow Connection, The Lovers, The Dreamers, and Me. Because in some ways it's a little bit of a melancholy song. And it's just longing for that world, longing for that perfect harmony that we can find all the time. And it feels, when you're watching World of Color and that climax hits and they're playing that song, you might not fully grasp on to that harmony that you want in the world. Because let's be honest, the world is a confusing, dangerous place at times. But that's why I personally still go to the parks. There's Disney parks in particular, Disneyland Resort in particular, to grasp on, to just get a brief touch of that innocence of childhood that we all in some ways long for. That is why I go. So watch that show. I feel at the end of it, I'm getting that brief release, that brief revive into the world. And so I have this breath that I can just let go and not worry about anything for just a moment. It is something that we need more of. So maybe that's just a personal thing. I need to go meditate, have a therapist. Who knows? But that's a me problem, not a you guys' problem. Another cup of coffee, guys. Another cup of coffee. No, another sip. Anyway, let's head on down to Universal Studios Hollywood. Hollywood. Yeah, Anyway, Universal Studios Hollywood. I love Universal Studios Hollywood. I love the tram tour. Love it immensely. Huge. Went to school for digital film and television. So getting to go to the lot, doing that VIP tour. That VIP tour, I cannot highly recommend. I cannot recommend that VIP tour highly enough. And this is why. I mean, you get your own little trolley to go through the studio. You get to get off. You get to take pictures. You get I'm not gonna promise what you get to do every time because it changes depending on what they're filming on the lot. But the potential to go to the town square for Back to the Future, the potential to walk through some of those old Western sets, that for me, that complete glee of being like, man, so much Hollywood history has happened here. So many movies that I love were filmed here. And that's exciting. I love that. I really do. But even if you can't do the VIP tour, doing just the normal studio tram tour is something that I do every time I go to that park. Do I need to? No, I have so much of that memorized at this point. But it makes me happy. It truly does. Truly makes me happy. So that's great. And then let's say if you do that VIP tour, you get a VIP lunch or dinner, I guess. It's usually a lunch, but lunch, really good. Really good. You walk into that Moulin Rouge, really good. And the other thing which is usually nice about that is there's usually characters who are walking through. Excuse me. So if you're a big fan of characters like I am, you can have Dracula, Lucy, who else was Beetlejuice. You can have them walking through, interacting with you, or Beetlejuice getting in your face a bit because he's Beetlejuice. I don't want to say it again. That might have some problems. Anyway, so yeah, love that. VIP tour is fantastic. They have their Super Nintendo World there. Yeah, the one over at Epic is better, but it's still there. Really good to have it there. They have the Secret Life of Pets attraction, which is not over in Orlando, so it does give you a reason to go. And it's also a great attraction. Great use of screens and practical, because there was a time where Universal was just so focused on the screens, and that attraction is a great mixture of both. But what is my favorite attraction at the park? I mean, it's the Studio Tram Tour. Studio Tram Tour 100%. And they don't really have a nighttime spectacular. They do a show over at Hogwarts Castle at night, and you never know what house is going to win. Hoping for Hufflepuff every time. Every time. I don't believe I've seen Hufflepuff win yet. Come on, Hufflepuffs, we all got to stick together. You got to have that little bit of oomphiness. I got to win that house cup. So that's a great place to go. Let's head over to the other coast. Let's head over and start off with Walt Disney World. So Walt Disney World, phenomenal places. Usually my my home resort, I have two home resorts. I'm kind of weird to have two home resorts, I guess. But Riverside, Port Orleans Riverside, it's the first place I stayed at with my family, so I'm talking about that Millennium Celebration. I think it was still Dixie Landings at that time. But going there and doing, going to that resort, I still walk up into that lobby and I am immediately taken back to what? That would have been 8-year-old Jonathan walking into that lobby for the first time. And the experience that I have there and just the memories just flood back of the trip and just the happiness and once again, that innocence that we long for. And just memories of my family being there and the Millennium Celebration, and just that's kind of where my love started for that. So that's an incredibly important place for me. The other one that I usually stay at if I'm just going for like a trip and I'm like, oh, I have to go, not have to go, but I want to go for you guys to figure out things that are going on at the parks. Usually I'll stay at Pop Century. That's kind of my home resort usually. I like the Skyliner, and it's just, I like to, there's a lot of great walking paths around there. I can have the Pop Century Resort and Art of Animation right across, so I could do a big loop. Usually I'd be pacing. When I'm doing a video like this, I can't pace. I can't even stand. I don't have one of those standing desks. I think I have to get one because I could use it right now. But anyway, Pop Century, that's my place. As I'm growing up and getting older, Beach Club is kind of now turning into another place that I love because it's right outside Epcot, and I get tired. And if I want to go take a nap during the day, or I'm like, man, Harmonious is done, I want to get out right away and go to my resort. That's a great place to go. You can do that. And if I really want to, I can take a walk, about a 15-minute walk from Hollywood Studios over to the Beach Club versus getting on the Skyliner or taking the bus. Because usually for me, like I said, I like to walk. So that'd be where I'd go. But every resort is fantastic at Walt Disney World. There's not a bad resort there out of the bunch. There's just places like I prefer to stay. And some I don't prefer to stay at. So that's something that I'll also keep tabs on for you guys. Let's say if there's a cheerleader conference, a competition or something like that that's going on at ESPN Wide World of Sports, I'm going to keep my eye on that, because that's something that if you guys are staying at the All-Stars, especially All-Star Sports during that time, you're going to have a ton of kids around. And then kids isn't the problem. It's they're cheer kids. And the reason why I'm saying that is because I might have had a problem with that one time when I was there. They like to cheer a lot about everything. I'm happy for them. I'm not happy for me for that. So that's things that I'll help you guys out with, because we don't all need to hear that in our lives. Or maybe if you do, let me know. I'll help you out. But going into the parks, let's just start with a big one, Magic Kingdom. Magic Kingdom Park. Favorite thing? One of my favorite things is actually Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. It's a simple coaster. It's fun, a really fun one. I do it almost every time I go to Magic Kingdom Park. It's 5 minutes before the park closes or a minute before the park closes. Hop into that line, and that's the way I usually end my Magic Kingdom day. And I'm not gonna show the picture because she'd be so mad. But I took my mother on it because my mother doesn't like roller coasters, and like I said, I don't think it's that intense of a coaster. Uh, by having that picture of us, where they take the picture, and she just looks like she's just completely done with the world, and she was so mad the moment we got off of it because she's like, "You said this was a Disney coaster." I'm like, "It was," and I wanted you to see Inside the Mine because Inside the Mine's fantastic. Everybody should see it. But apparently not my mother, but I think that's probably my favorite thing. My favorite thing to do at the park for attraction wise. But so much new is coming. You're going to have a Cars Land. You're going to have a Villains Land. Those aren't coming for a bit yet, guys. So if you want to wait on that trip, I'd still suggest going because there's so much to do still at Magic Kingdom Park. You still have, for those of you who have gone on Tiana's Bayou Adventure, Tron Light Cycle Run. I actually really love Tron Light Cycle Run. I wish it was a little bit longer, but that's a fantastic coaster. Really good. And then you have the classics like, Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, Space Mountain, or, maybe you're not feeling up for the challenge. You got the Barnstormer. So you have those. For nighttime spectaculars, Happily Ever After. Happily Ever After. You want to talk about something that completely encapsulates the Disney brand, that Disney feeling. Happily Ever After is it. And I remember being there, not to get too much, the Disney out, I've been on the 50th of Walt Disney World, and they replaced it with that other show, which I've already wiped from my memory. I can't remember the name of it. But that show didn't feel like a celebration of the Disney brand. And then they brought back Happily Ever After. And I'm like, number one, you're making it feel special again. Number two, Happily Ever After. That show, as long as everything's going right, there's going to be something that happens if it's not windy. That the climax that it's building to is makes you cry. I don't know what's I'm crying a lot, guys. I'm emotional, I guess. Who knows? I don't know. But I cry. It's because it builds up to something that's perfect. That is the perfect show to me. Perfect blend of projections and fireworks and music. And talk about earlier about World of Color, like grasping on, like I think that's why I cry, is because you hit that climax and you just completely can let go at that moment in time, and then you just have to cry because what else can you do? It's either that or I scream from the top of my lungs and get kicked out of the park. Don't want to do that. I'm talking too long here, guys. All right, let's kind of wrap this up. Not wrap it up. Go over to another park, Epcot. Epcot, obviously an incredibly important park to me. It's where Samantha and I got engaged at. And Epcot in general has been an important park for me. It's the first park I remember going to with my family. And my favorite thing to do in the park, attraction-wise, Spaceship Earth. I mean, it's a classic, but it's a classic for a reason. I really like it. I almost always have to go on Spaceship Earth. It's comforting. It's a comforting thing to do. But I mean, for me, that's my park where I like to walk around, eat, I drink, and I eat, drink, and be merry, I guess is what I do. Great place to be. Whatever the Lagoon show is there at Epcot, that's great. I mean, for me, it's never going to beat Illuminations, Reflections of Earth, because I had that show for so long, 20 years of my life. So it's kind of hard to wipe that from my memory, but whatever the shows are there, it's going to be a good time for you. So once again, I'm pretty sure the new show is Harmonious. If it's not Harmonious, I'm thinking of the one that was before it, and I don't know, but the new show is good. It's a good show. I like it. A little bit melancholy as well, but I think it's Harmonious or Luminous. Crap. It's the story of us, I believe. Either way, you guys are seeing it. I apologize. Really good show. Otherwise, heading over to Hollywood Studios, I mean, it has to be Star Wars Rise of the Resistance. It has to be. I mean, it should probably be at Disneyland as well, but Hollywood Studios, well, it has some good attractions. It needs a little bit more, in my opinion, but still love going to the park and doing a lot of things there. Baseline Tap Halls, great place to go. Sci-Fi Dining, love it. That's great. Star Wars Rise of the Resistance is one of the world's best attractions. If you guys haven't done it, like that to me is worth the trip. The price of admission alone to get into Hollywood Studios is to do Rise of the Resistance. And I will, like, for me, if you guys watch my Jollywood Nights video, not from 2025, but 2024, I had a walk-on at the end of the night for Rise of the Resistance. And I was blown away and really happy about that, too, because that's a fantastic attraction. And to be able to just walk right on, oh my, indeed. So that's great. You can feel the force going through you. Anyway, and then over there you have a Fantasmic. Great amphitheater, very different way to watch the show than over at Disneyland, but still a great show. And them all coming out on with Steamboat Mickey at the end. That's a great thing to watch. Let's head over to Animal Kingdom because I'm talking way too long. Animal Kingdom, Flight of Passage, and Kilimanjaro Safaris. I mean, I have to tie them. They're both great for different reasons. One of them is the whole reason why the park exists, which is Kilimanjaro Safaris, and Flight of Passage is kind of the new Disney, the version that wants to do IPs with things, but still having an engaging and thrilling attraction. So that is fantastic. And you don't even have to like Avatar, and you can do that attraction. I mean, I think it's a great one. I wish that they would figure out the ride system vehicle because not everybody can do it, which is a little bit frustrating because if you're going to the parks, everybody should be able to do these attractions, especially with what you're paying. But and everybody can do Kilimanjaro Safari, so that's a good one there. But you have that. I don't think they have a nighttime spectacular. The park closes at 6 o'clock now. They used to do a great Beacons of Light show on the Tree of Life. Used to be able to walk through Pandora and see it all lit up. Used to do nighttime safaris. So I guess the thing which I long for at Animal Kingdom, bring back a nighttime show. I mean, can't be fireworks because of the animals, which is great. We don't want to scare the animals. But like Rivers of Light was a show that was messy. I'll take messy over nothing. So we need something back at Animal Kingdom. But if you can't do Animal Kingdom, you can always just leave the park at 6 o'clock, head over to Disney Springs, and plenty to do there for nighttime entertainment. I'm not going to talk about Disney Springs now. We're going to head over to the Universal Orlando Resort. Universal Orlando Resort, my home resort there. I mean, with Epic now, it's kind of changed. I guess there's a lot of different ways to look at this for Universal. And the way that I'm going to look at it is the resort I have stayed at and I want to be my home resort is Portofino Bay. Mind-blowing hotel. For me, love it. The team members who are working at that hotel, don't get me wrong, the cast members who work for Disney are great. They're great. Not going to say anything bad about them. Universal takes it up a notch for the hotel experience. The hotel experience, they take it up a notch, and that the level of care that you get when you walk into a Universal hotel is, for me, I was blown away. And I think that is great. Portofino Bay, high end of the price bucket, but you get Express Pass for Islands of Adventure and Universal Studios included with your room for everybody in the room. So it's not just like one person. So that's nice, which can save you money depending on how you book. And that's things that I would look at for you guys because I want to save you guys the money. I want to get you the best bang for your buck. So like if you're going to be going to, let's say, Cabana Bay and you're going to be getting an Express Pass, well, does it make sense just to stay at the more expensive hotel? And at the end of the day, it's kind of a wash for your money anyway. usually I'd say yes. But once again, that's why you got me. jgalarowicz at kiddoadventuretravel.com. I'll help you out there. Anyway, otherwise, my new resorts that I stay at are, this is where I'm going to be bad because I've stayed at both and I can't remember, Terra Luna and Stella Nova. One of them you can walk to the park to Epic from, and one of them you cannot. So I like the one that I can walk to Epic. I can walk over to Epic. So that's great. Let's start over at Universal Studios. Favorite park, or not favorite park, favorite attraction in that park. It has to be E.T. Adventure. E.T. Adventure, that's kind of like the classic. It's one of the only original opening day attractions that's still there. Universal loves to go through and get things out and bring things in, which is great because it brings people into the parks. But there's not much there that is still old Universal, and that's one of them. And if they ever get rid of that, like for me, the Toad-Ins for Mr. Toad's Wild Ride at Magic Kingdom, I'll be there for an ET in. I'm not sure what fun term we would have for it. One of my favorite queues also in all of Orlando is that queue. So you got that. They do have since I believe it's called Sensational. With a C, like a cinema. Not a lagoon. I guess it's a lagoon show, for lack of a better term. I don't think it's a lagoon, but they do have a great show there, which is just Universal, not movies, properties that are in the park. So like Harry Potter's involved, and they do have some Universal movies in there as well. And just going through and just playing music and drones, and that's fun. That's a lot of fun. Somebody who's big into the film and movies, that's a great show. I love to see it. Love to see it. For some reason, Samantha didn't like it, and let's question her on that because it's a great show. Heading over to Islands of Adventure, my favorite thing over there has to be The Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man. It's, for me, still one of my favorite attractions of all time. A huge Spider-Man fan, huge MCU fan, and it feels like you're on an adventure with Spider-Man. I mean, that's great time, great time. And I'm not sure how much longer that has left on this earth, but I'm hoping it continues to stay forever. And if it doesn't, I do understand why, but I won't be very upset. I didn't mention anything about the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. The Wizarding World of Harry Potter, I love to walk in and experience. Those are so many things like the streetmosphere, the magic, the theming is spectacular. The attractions are good, but for me, they're not like next level like The Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man is personally. Good, but the theming and the atmosphere of those lands are a lot better, or those worlds are a lot better than the attractions that they have. Heading over to Epic. Epic Universe is a park that my favorite attraction could change depending on the day that we are talking. Right now, it's Hiccup's Wing Gliders. Tomorrow, Monsters Unleashed, The Frankenstein Experiment. Next day, Minecart Madness. Like, it does completely change, which to me says it's a great park. I mean, there's only 8 attractions, which I know a lot of people are upset about, but it's the park overall is a phenomenal place to be. Phenomenal theming, top-notch theming throughout every inch of that park. So that is great, and the attractions are great. I think that's the thing which I like most about Epic is it's not really a bad attraction. Yeah, there's a tier list of like where they're at, but it's not like I'm like, man, there's 3 versions of Dumbo in this park. I don't know. No bad versions of any attractions there. I mean, if you don't want to get wet, don't go on Fire Drum. Just don't do it. But if you don't mind a little bit of competition, getting people wet, fun thing to do. So, and we got that, and there's only one, as of right now, one show that they do at Epic at night, and it's the Fountain Show. I can't remember what it's called, and I apologize. A lot of fun, a lot of fun. I mean, it's the thing which is nice about that show in particular is it is a celebration of every area of that park. So it's like, man, we went on all these journeys. We're here in Celestial Park right now. Let's celebrate every place that we've been. And that's a great thing to do. So we've been talking too long here, guys. And I apologize. This was supposed to be a little short video. And then I ramble because I like to talk. I love to talk about the parks. Let me know in the comments. What's your favorite memory of going to a Universal Park, a Disney park? Just tell me, guys, where you guys are at. We all have different memories. And I've not even scratched the surface of the memories that I've had at these parks. And I want to help you guys make these memories. Make new memories at the parks. That's what we're going to be doing. New memories while you travel. I didn't even get to talk about going to New York City, Chicago, Los Angeles, all these amazing cities that we have across the United States. Or if you got, like me, you got a passport just burning a hole in your pocket. You want to use it. Reach out to me. Let's get these things going. Let's make travel happen. 2026, guys, it's going to be the year of getting stuff done. I promise. And it's something that I'm seeing right now every day. Like not to get too much into it, but I live here in Woodbury, my home base here, Woodbury, Minnesota, just a suburb of Minneapolis, St. Paul, and uncertain times, 100%. You do not know what's going on in the world, and you do not know where we're at. Things are changing so often. Let's focus on those positives. Let's book that vacation. Let's have something to look forward to, and reach out to me, guys. jgalarowicz at kitoadventuretravel.com. I'll do my very best to make you guys have the best possible vacation, whether that be you want to go for a week, whether that be you want to go for 2 days, what have you. It's up to you guys. I'm just here to help you out. I'm here to be your I was going to say your Pokedex. I don't know why I'm thinking about Pokedex, but I'm here to be the one who's the expert to tell you all these things that you guys need to know, things you need to bring, things that you need to do while you're on these trips that you never would have thought about before. I didn't even get to talk about Disney Cruise Line. We'll have to do that some other time because we'll go on and on about Disney Cruise Line. But guys, seriously, let's make memories. Let's get things done this year, 2026. Coming up here in 2026, you guys are going to be seeing a trip to Chicago. I had to take a trip to Chicago. I mean, I've been dying to take a trip here, guys. I really am. So going down to Chicago, I don't have a Disney Parks trip on the docket yet. Once again, I mentioned to my fiance Samantha, we are getting married this year. So I'm probably going to have a lot more of these Let's Talk segments than I usually would do. But I'll be able to talk about different things. I'll have different little setups. You won't see a giant shadow there and all that. But you're going to be just talking to you guys, doing more ride-throughs. I still have a whole bunch of videos from 2025 I haven't edited and got out yet because life really does get in the way. But I want to make sure that I'm here for you guys, for travel. Number one, I'm going to make sure I'm here for my clients and making sure that you guys are feeling heard, feeling that you're being seen, because life got busy. My main job was the holiday season. Holiday season's done. I'm figuring out like a much better balance between everything. So that's great for you guys, great for me, much healthier for me, to be honest. But yeah, I don't have anything on the docket. So it's going to be a lot of smaller things. I'm trying to go down to Lost Island again in Iowa this summer. We'll be taking you over to Valley Fair. If you guys don't watch my Valley Scare video, we got that. But we'll talk throughout the whole year here, guys. We're going to talk about like reasons to go to the parks for whatever holidays are coming up, or things like that. So like we're going to be doing some cooking. We have we got some competitions coming up. Sam and I are going to be bringing some recipes to the table and be like, all right, we're going to make these Disney-inspired recipes, or it's the Universal-inspired recipes. I'm going to be bringing those up and being like, hey, these are the recipes we want to make, and we're going to have to find a fun way to be like, nope, we're doing my recipe. I'm voting for games of Lorcana. If you guys haven't played Lorcana, it's a TCG game. It's a trading card game. And it's Disney-themed. Huge Disney fan, obviously. Why else would I be talking to you guys for an hour here if I'm not a huge Disney fan and I don't want to talk about travel and things like that? But so we'll have that. Like, comment down below, guys. Comment on Facebook. This is up on both. Follow all the socials. You're seeing all the socials popping up here. Guys, 2026. For you, for me, this is the year of getting stuff done. It's going to happen, guys. Thumbs up to you all, and I'll see you all on the next adventure.